We continue with this video, and we were talking about how to input or how to draw the walls. So the first thing we did was we went back to the walls, and we're just drawing by dragging and visually seeing what the dimension is, and then we would select the wall that we wanted to move and then change the temporary dimension. That was one way. Another way is to do this. You click on a start point, and on the keyboard you type the distance that you want. So you just move the mouse to whatever direction you want, and let's say I want here 25 feet, and then so I just press 25, enter, and it does 25 feet. And then I continue, and I can just type the distance. I want 19 space 6 equals 19 foot 6 inches. Okay, so that's another way to do it. 14, enter. Let's say somewhere about 10, enter, and then continue. And notice that when I hover and I get close to that end point, the program is telling me with that dashed line, it's lining up with this edge right now. So I can click and then just finish right there. That's another way to input the wall distances. Good. Alright, so let's look at the 3D. So here's what we got so far. Remember in class we talked about that these walls are just rectangular. What about if we wanted to have a special shape to the wall? So let's do that. I'm going to go to my south elevation. Okay, so this is my brick, and then this is the other wall I just did. I'm going to work on this one. So I'm just going to zoom in, and then I'm going to edit the profile. So the first thing I want to do, I want to select the wall that I'm going to work with. So I just notice that right here, when I hover on this side, I only get 1, 2, 3 sides. That means that I'm gonna select the wall on the right. I don't want that. I want this wall, the front facing wall. So I just hover over that piece. You see that? Click. That's the wall I want to work with. When I click on the wall, I select. I get an option to edit profile over here. So I click on that, and now the profile of my wall highlights in a magenta color. So now here I can start editing the profile with my sketch tools. These sketch tools, there's line, rectangle, and then all these other shapes as well. So let's start with line. I'm going to click on line, and then I'm just going to pick somewhere. So I can start, drawing straight lines. Okay, that's one way. Another way is to do arcs. So let's say I select this arc, start and first point, second point, and then define a radius. Okay, so I want that. I'm going to mirror this step feature to the other side. So I press escape to exit that command. I'm going to do a window. These are the items I want to mirror to the other side. Over here, once I select that, I click on mirror, draw axis. So I click that, and then I select the midpoint. Before I do that, look at the options bar right here. The option to copy is selected. So that means when I do my mirror, it's going to copy it to the other side and leave the original there. So I click on the midpoint, I drag to draw my axis, and it copies it over to the other side. Okay, so what I want to do is this section right here in the middle, I want to erase or trim. So I'm going to select this option right here, the split element. So I click on that one, and then anywhere in here I'm going to split that element. So I created one element, two element. I split it in two. Now I can trim. When I use the trim feature, this one, the line segment that you're going to pick is the line segment that you want to keep. So in other words, if I click 1, 2, this section disappears. If I clicked on this one and then that one, then this section disappeared. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to undo. Go back. There we go. So I want to keep this line segment and then this one. So I click 1, 2, and then this segment disappears. So now I have a complete continuous line all the way around. And when that's done, I hit OK, and it draws my wall, the shape that I wanted. That's edit profile. We can also add holes or openings in the wall the same way. if I click on my wall, go back to edit the profile, I want to add some other openings inside of the wall. So let's say I do a rectangle. I clicked on rectangle here, and I just draw something from here to here. That's one opening that I want to do. Then I have these other shapes that I can do as well, and maybe a circle somewhere over here, and I hit OK. So now I have those openings. If I look at my 3D, this is what we're looking at. Edit profile. Alright. Now, if I wanted to add other types of wall openings, instead of using the edit profile under, let's see, right here, under opening, under the architecture tab, and then opening right here, wall opening. If you select that, once you click there, it prompts you over here in the bottom, select the wall to create a rectangle opening. So I'm going to put that rectangle on this wall, and then I just click 1, 2, there we go, and it creates my wall opening. Now this is different than the edit profile, because you see, there we go, it's an element that you can manipulate by itself. I can move it, I can stretch it, and I can use these temporary dimensions to move it around as well. Let me go back to this view so we can see what I'm talking about. There we go. So let's say I wanted to make it right now the width of this opening is 4'7". I can specifically tell it I want that to be 6 feet, and it does it for me. Okay, you can do it visually on the screen, or in the properties over here you can do it here as well. You can change the top offset, the base offset. That means the base, the opening from the floor to this point, the top offset is here as well. And the height, let's say I wanted the height of that opening to be exactly 7 feet, and then hit apply, and it changes my height to exactly 7 feet. Now let's say I want, I'm going to zoom in here, I want the offset on the bottom to be 12 inches from the floor line. So I can come up here, base offset, and say 12 inches. Oh, let me do that again. One more time. 1 foot, and then hit apply, and it moves it 1 foot from the bottom. Okay, so that's wall openings. The only difference is that with wall openings, you're restricted to rectangles. That's it. Can't do arch tops or anything. If you wanted to do arch tops, then that's where you would use the edit profile. So let me go back one more time to the south elevation, and I'm going to click on this one, edit that profile. I started with this rectangle. I'm going to erase that point. I'm going to extend these lines to here. One more time, here to here. Extend to here. There we go. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is trim that wall line. Then I'm going to draw a new line from here to here. So I have my magenta line going all the way around, and then this is going to be my opening right there with no line in here. But I want an arch top, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw an arc from here to there, and then I'm going to erase that one, delete. So again, I got a continuous line that goes all the way around, and then hit OK. Now I have my arch opening. There we go. So openings by edit profile and adding the wall openings through here.